Hello, Forster interns. Welcome to the summer 2019 4-credit internship course. My name is Bernard Lockhart, and I am the Business and Finance Internship Specialist, and will be your faculty internship supervisor for this course. This video will serve as an orientation to set up rules and guidelines that will govern your internship experience throughout the course of this semester. For some of you, this is not your first internship for credit. For others, this is your first time taking on an internship and participating in the internship course in the business and finance pathway. You have all worked very hard to secure an internship, so I would like to take this moment to congratulate you all on successfully completing the search, interviewing, and registering your internship for credit approval. The goal of this program and this course is to provide a framework that will allow you to begin the real work of getting down to business, utilizing an experiential learning opportunity to build valuable skills that will help you academically and ultimately professionally as you begin your career. Over the next several minutes, we will touch on several topics, including credit hours and basics, attendance, professionalism, and assignment protocols. Specific details, guidelines, and policies in their entirety can be found on the course syllabus located in the summer 2019 4-credit internship Moodle course page. So let's begin with rules on credit hours. First and foremost, this course can carry between 1 and up to 2 course credits. The minimum required hours are as follows. For 1 credit, 150 hours. For 1.25 credits, 188 hours. For 1.5 credits, 225 hours. For 1.75 credits, 263 hours. For 2 credits, 300 hours. Let me be clear that these limits are minimums required to receive credit. Should you complete these hours prior to your end date, you are required to continue working at your internship site until the date you have agreed upon with your on-site supervisor in your offer letter or that you have provided in your application. You are not permitted to end your internship under any circumstances prior to that date. All hours must be completed by July 31st, 2019, the last day of summer classes. You are allowed, however, to continue working at your site, but any hours worked after July 31st will not count towards your credits. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out, as I'm happy to be a resource for you when it comes to your end dates. Students who do not complete the required hours will fail the course. You are only permitted to pass or fail based on the credits which you have registered for. The amount of credits cannot change based on the amount of hours you have completed. Any additional hours worked beyond the minimum amount do not qualify for additional credit. Now, in regards to attendance, if for any reason you will not be present for a scheduled work time or date at the internship site, you should contact your on-site supervisor as early as possible. Any absences or missed hours must be rescheduled with the site supervisor. Now on to professionalism. Lake Forest College and the host site both expect that you will conduct yourself in a professional manner while completing the internship. Employers expect interns to be self-motivated, on time, and dressed appropriately for the site. Students are required to comply with the policies in place at the internship site with regard to appropriate dress, appearance, hygiene, and conduct. Employers are allowed to impose dress codes and appearance policies as long as they do not discriminate against race, color, religion, age, national origin, or gender. Please note, interns can be denied internships or terminated for refusing to comply with dress and/or appearance codes. Finally, on assignments, grading, and evaluation. While there is no required text for this course, the required number of hours at the internship is only one component. Students are also expected to complete a series of assignments relevant to the internship experience. All assignments should be submitted by midnight of the posted due date unless otherwise specified. The internship is graded on a credit pass-fail basis. To receive credit, you must receive 60% or more of the total points. This means that all hours must be completed on time. All assignments turned in must be satisfactory or 60% or above, and you must submit your final course evaluation. Failure to do so could mean that you fail the course overall. This means that you could have incomplete hours, failure to submit course evaluations, or failure to complete your work in a satisfactory way, totaling more than 60%, can result in failure of the internship course. It is important to note that it is possible to do well at your internship site and not receive a passing grade for academic assignments, or vice versa. This could jeopardize successful completion of the internship experience. And as the faculty internship supervisor and the person that ultimately assigns your final grade for the course, it is important for you to communicate with me early and often on assignments that may be outstanding. Now, on to late work policy. Any weekly journal turned in past the due date will lose 2 points for every day the assignment is late. Journals will not be accepted more than 5 days after the due date. The learning plan and final portfolio will have 5% deducted for every day it is late. Please, again, I must iterate, it is important for you to communicate with me at least 48 hours in advance if you need an extension on any assignment. The expectation is that all correspondence and coursework pertaining to the internship will be written in a professional manner. Now, specifically in regards to the weekly journal and time entries that are expected to be submitted by midnight, throughout the semester, interns are required to correspond with myself through a weekly journal assignment. The journal should be a thoughtful recap of the work that was done at the internship site during that week. It should also include reflections on personal growth, application to major and/or coursework, and the journal responses that are also 300 words in length will receive full credit. They must also be turned in on time to receive that full credit too as well. If there is a week in which you as a student do not report to the internship, a journal stating that no hours were worked, along with an explanation for why no hours were worked, must be submitted. With each weekly journal submission, interns must also include the number of hours worked for the current week and the hours worked to date at the end of the weekly journal. The recording of your hours is vitally important, as this verifies the time spent at your internship site. And twice a semester, once at the midpoint and once at the end, you will need to submit a list of your hours worked to date that is signed and approved by your on-site supervisor. Falsification of hours will result in failure of the internship. While the journal assignment is an important part of the communication loop between students and the faculty internship supervisor, there may be additional requests for information or follow-up communication required based on individual students' learning goals or situations occurring at your internship sites. Again, the line of communications are very open, and I'm always happy to be a resource for you. In closing, By this point, you should all have access to the Summer 2019 Internship course on the Moodle page. Please remember, do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or concerns. You can find my contact information listed on the syllabus for your reference. I look forward to reading, hearing, and learning about your internship experiences over the course of this semester. Thank you. Represent yourselves in Lake Forest College well, and have yourselves a wonderful summer.